everyone, and welcome to my third review of The Witch's House, the game you guys picked on the Twitter poll that I did on Twitter. So, we're just going to jump right into this review. We're going to talk about the story. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled on the story, exit now. Because there is a huge plot twist at the end of this game that is just majorly big. So, you are this girl by the name of Viola. You're running through the house. You're escaping everything. This is essentially a house that is meant to kill you. And you are going to die. Lots and lots and lots. But that's the beauty of the game. That's what makes the game good. And throughout the game, you will stop and you read diary entries from the witch. And then you start to find out that you know this witch. And you've seen this witch. And then you get to the end where you've completed a lot of puzzles. By the way, puzzles, absolutely brilliantly done. We'll talk about that in the gameplay segment. But you get to the end, and then you find out Viola is the witch. And you as Viola are the witch. So essentially what happened was they swapped bodies. And throughout the whole entire game, you are the witch, but in Viola's body, which is absolutely beautifully done. A beautifully placed plot twist. I give the story a perfect 10 out of 10 just for that plot twist alone. Because even without the plot twist, it would be a solid 8.5. But with the plot twist, it just gives it a perfect 10. Because the story of this game is very solid, but you actually have to find all the diary entries to really explore the story. As well, the cat, the black cat that you're saving with, also has some story thing, but you actually have to buy the Steam version of the game and complete the game on hard mode to actually get that extra bit of story from the cat. So, the cat does play a very important part in this game. So, do that. If you want to buy the Steam version, it's about $15 on Steam. So, go for it. And speaking of characters, that's the next segment we're going to go into. Now, I do feel the character arc is probably this game's weakest aspect. If not, the gameplay is. But the characters, the three main characters, the cat, the witch, and Viola, are all beautifully done. Yeah, her father appears at the end, but really, it's her father. He only appears at the end. It's very sad that he doesn't know, well, I just shot and killed my daughter. But okay, cool. So, the characters in this game are very fleshed out. I actually really love it. I loved running around, reading the diary entries of the witch. I absolutely loved running around and just finding out more about the cat, more about the castle, and more about the witch's house and all that shit. And it's absolutely fucking phenomenal and absolutely beautiful. Speaking of characters, and story bits, if you want to get the best ending, you actually have to get the witch's knife. And I'm not going to specify where the witch's knife is, but just run around the house, and if you have to, Google it, look up a playthrough on YouTube. It'll show you exactly where it's at. It is a bit of a pain in the ass to get, but trust me, you're going to want to get it to get the good ending. So, get that. But overall, the characters are very fleshed out. The witch, very good character. Viola, oh my god, I feel sorry for her. And the black cat is probably my favorite character, because he's so shrouded in mystery, you don't know much about him. But now we're going to go to the gameplay segment. Now, the gameplay to this game is very simple. I don't really think the mechanics of the gameplay is very complicated. Oh yeah, and I need to get... the characters are 8.5 out of 10. Well, the story got a perfect 10 out of 10. But the gameplay is very simple. And for that, like, you run away from enemies. You don't have to hide. I don't remember. Do you have to hide? You might actually have to hide. I don't remember. But There's a lot of trial and error in this game, and I think that's why the game's story is, the game's gameplay rating is dipped down a bit to a 7.5. And the gameplay is not bad by no stretch, but it's just so simple that I felt it could have been better. Now, there is a Witch's House ripoff called Lucia that I actually played a while back. I might do a review of that on the channel if you guys would be interested in that. But 7.5. So far we went from 10 to 8.5 to 7.5. Now we're going to the music. Now the music to this game, absolutely beautiful. From the title screen music to the greenery to the room where you have to make sound in 4 rooms. Each of those little rooms has its own little music area, and it's so fucking beautiful and absolutely just great. So those are probably the 3 tracks that I'm probably gonna be playing in this video: the greenery, the sound in 4 rooms and the title music. Absolutely beautiful. Music gets a 9 for me. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. So did I enjoy playing this game? Well, I did. I enjoy the Witch's House every time I play it. It's a beautifully done game. And the thing about the Witch's House is, people say that it's the grandfather of, or the grandmother, whatever, of RPG Maker, Horror Maker. Well, no. And I'm going to be playing, and I'm going to be replaying through, and beating, and reviewing, in my opinion, what is the original RPG Horror Maker game. But before I do that, and I am going to be playing the original, so keep that in mind. But, and with that being said, what is my final rating of The Witch's House? I think it gets an 8 out of 10. Do I think it's aged well? I do think it's aged pretty well, but I do think there are better RPG Horror Maker games out there. Now, when I was put this up and I reviewed it, and hold on. When I initially put up the voting poll, I expected it to be close, and the Witch's House just blew the Crooked Man out of the water, but I am still going to be reviewing Crooked Man. But I'm going to be reviewing the Crooked Man after I review my next game that I'm going to be reviewing, which is going to be the 1994 SNES classic, Super Metroid. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload. And as always, glow brightly. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.